Esther was a very beautiful young Jewish woman who was chosen by King Xerxes to be queen. Little did Esther know, but God had really been the one who chose her for this position. God had really big plans for Queen Esther, and his timing was perfect. Let's say that bottom line, God has perfect timing. Ready on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
God has perfect timing.
Esther was living a very comfortable life as queen in Xerxes' palace. She had everything she could ever dream of. Riches, servants, beautiful clothing, anything and everything. Remember, what was so special about Esther was that she wasn't just beautiful on the outside. She was also kind and loved God. She had a beautiful heart. Her cousin Mordecai still had his job working at the palace gate, so they probably saw each other from time to time. The king had just selected a new prime minister. His name was Haman. Haman was a very powerful man in the empire and only answered to the king himself. There was an issue. Haman was not a good man, and Mordecai knew it. Everywhere Haman went, he wanted people to bow down to him. Everyone bowed down to him out of fear except for Mordecai. He would have rather gotten in big trouble or even killed than bow down to this evil man. Of course, this made Haman very angry. Haman vowed to have Mordecai killed. He found out that Mordecai was a Jew, and he decided he would take out all his anger on all of the Jews in the land. He went to the king and told him lies about God's people, the Jews. He said they were a threat and they would not obey any of the king's laws and that they should be destroyed. King Xerxes trusted Haman at this point, so he told him to do what he must. When the news of what would soon happen to the Jews reached Mordecai, he was obviously very upset. He sent a message to Esther asking her to beg the king not to allow this evil thing to happen. Remember, God has perfect timing. Let's say that on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
God has perfect timing.
Esther replied with her own message. She said, "No one is allowed to approach the king without an invitation, or they will be killed, unless the king raises his golden scepter when they arrive. The king has not asked to see me for 30 days. It seemed as though Esther would not have time to talk to the king before Haman's evil plot to destroy the Jews would happen. But don't forget, God has perfect timing. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
God has perfect timing.
Mordecai then sent her another message that said, "Who knows? Maybe God made you queen for this very reason." So Esther decided to trust God and talk to the king. She asked Mordecai and all of the Jews to fast and pray for 3 days before she would approach the throne. Esther and all of her servants also fasted. On the 3rd day of the fast, Esther put on her royal robes and approached the throne of the king.